Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Morris Merriweather, and we welcome you back to another class of Straight Talking Room 503. I'm also the author of Enough is Enough. Hope you got your copy. We got a lot of things that we need to talk about today. I'm going to postpone some real hard things that we could deal with at a later session. Today, we're just going to make a mild session out of this, and I'm just going to talk to you because I think we need to talk and have a meeting of the mind. So let's get busy. Follow me in the room 503. Again, we welcome you to the next session of Straight Talking Room 503. We was going to deal with some real issues, but I think it'd be better this week because I'm trying to appeal to your mind the importance of public education, and I'm trying to figure out why there's no movement about public education, and we're headed to half of the closing of the school year out in December, and we just a few weeks off from getting ready to start talking about going home for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And we really haven't really made some concrete decision in bettering, improving the public education. So if you will, indulge me this week and allow me to talk with you about how God is looking at this and how you should be looking at this. And let's just have a meeting of the mind and see where we can go with this. I'm bothered by the mere fact that we have a lot of so-called super Christian people. If I would ask the viewing audience, how many of you are Christians? I believe that an over majority of you would raise your hand. I believe if I ask you how many of you are planning on going to heaven, I believe you'll have an outpour of raising your hands. But if I ask you how many of you are really doing something to improve the lives of all children, especially those of public education, then the hands will come down. That's a bad situation. That's what I call super Christians who are pretending that they're Christian, but then yet they're not acting like Christians. So, if you will, there's some things that I wrote down on my little notepad here, and I like to refer back to it so I can make sure that I read it like I really want you to hear it. But I just don't understand how we act like super Christians, but and talk about we're God's children, but yet we don't care for all of God's children. So I assume that my super Christian who are listening to me now and who perhaps are not listening to me now are not talking about you as an individual because you should be doing something, okay? And my thing that I do every week is that I'm just a nobody that God changed to somebody to tell everybody about the improvement of public education that's needed in the lives of our young people. So with that being said, we won't tarry long this week. We're going to hit it and quit and get right to the point. I'm going to take the next few minutes and just read to you some thoughts that I wrote down in reference to public education because I think it says what I'm really trying to say to you as an individual who is sitting out there where our system erode. But before doing that, each week I come to you, I usually try to tell you something about what's going on in my hometown and what's going on with me in public education so that when you hear about it, you say, the same thing happened in my hometown. Because superintendents, boards of education, and principals and teachers are not any different in my hometown than they are in your hometown. But in my hometown, if you remember several times back, I told you that my superintendent had removed me from the sub list. I guess you think she thought that would hurt me. Ladies and gentlemen, my livelihood is not based upon subbing. Whether I work another day in my life, God has blessed me to the point that I'll never have to work again. And he'll bless you the same way if you keep doing the will of the Father. But I was told that it was due to my teacher's license expiring. And I have been waiting over 8 weeks for the superintendent to get back with me and let me know why. I had an opportunity to meet with her at the last board meeting, and she pretended she didn't know what I was talking about. And later on revealed that she did know, but I guess she thought I was so stupid I didn't catch it. But anyway, she did tell me that she would call me the following day. That's been over a week, and I haven't heard from If we have people that are governing our children and they're not honest, why would we want Johnny and Susie? Don't lie, tell the truth, and we can't be upfront and everything. This is America, and she has a right to have whoever she wants to in the school system. But why not tell the truth? And so I'm a stickler for telling the truth. Mama brought me up to always tell the truth. Truth will set you free. But that's what's going on in my hometown. So I'm unable to sub because of that. And we have a shortage of African American males in our system. We have a shortage of high school and college level subs, and we're having to rely now on special ed. And as you go over the country, they talk about right now, we're just putting retired people in, anybody that would just come in and come in the classroom, sit with them, just babysit with them. We're not really interested in teaching. Private school students are leaving. And another interesting thing I looked in the paper of this week, in every one of our public schools, and we have 27 of them, majority of the students who are attending now are African American. Ladies and gentlemen, we headed back to segregated schools because the white flight is carrying our students to private school. And we'll wake up one day right back where we started over 50, 60 years ago. But anyway, that's due to our super Christians sitting around talking about, I'm a Christian and I'm going to heaven, and public education is going to hell in a handbasket. Let me finish this up so we can wrap this up and get out of here. My question is, what are you busy doing? And God has placed you on this earth for a purpose. Everybody is placed on the earth for a purpose. And my question is, when you talk to people, I'm busy. Busy doing what? If you're not about the business of the Lord, then your business is going to certainly be in vain. God has gave you favor for a purpose. And if you haven't found your purpose, your niche, what God has put you here for, what good have you been on the face of the earth beside taking up space and breathing up oxygen someone else could have been using? Let's move on so we can wrap this up. Let me continue on with these last two pages, and we're going to call it quit for this week. And next week, I'm going to leave your conscience alone, and we're going to come back with some real issues. The same people that say they care about young people, they are doing nothing. And that's some of you that's listening to me right now. If someone would ask you now, you would be talking and talking and talking about children. But my question is, what are you doing to help the masses of the people? God has blessed you with various resources, and what are you doing? My thing is, why should God invest in you and you don't invest in the life of a boy or girl to make sure that when you leave this world, you left it better than you found it? A lot of you are leaving it just like you found it. You came here, you educated your own children, and you did nothing for nobody else's children, but yet you want God to let you into the kingdom. We are in the middle of an educational war, and that's the private versus public education. We need to find our position and declare war to improve public education. If you plant a seed in public education, God will bless that seed and you'll have a harvest in your hometown in public education, just like anybody else would that's planting a seed and God is blessing it. Why should God bless you and you never bless anyone else? You are sitting back wanting to get a knowledge for recognition on something, and yet you do nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a short session in room 503. I've enjoyed coming to you every week. But my friends, I just felt it necessary to put up the textbooks and look you dead in the eye and ask you this week and every week, what are you doing to improve public education? Are you sitting back looking for blessing, sitting back looking for complaining, I don't have this and I don't have that, all because you're not being blessed because you won't bless nobody else like? You should be blessing God and blessing others, and he will in turn bless you. Ladies and gentlemen, I have enjoyed talking to you. I look forward to joining you again next week. Please join me again in the class of Straight Talk, and I look forward to seeing you. My friends, if you have not got a copy of my book entitled Enough is Enough, please get your copy, because it's out there for you to read. I trust that I'll see you again next week, and then if not, you be blessed. Take care, and I'm Morris Merriweather, and I'm signing off this week, but I'll see you again next week. Take care now.